Just an update for everybody. And I'm definitely not Michael Doherty giving you an update on the cover up. I'm giving you an update on the truth on what we need to do. And what we need to do is we need to boycott the Make Action Group, boycott Michael Doherty, boycott Eileen Doherty, boycott Anne Owens, boycott Joe McHugh, and boycott all the people that have covered this up to date. Because they have assisted in this cover up. And if we want to get justice, the only place we're going to get justice is in the High Court. We're all going to be lone wolves fighting in our own fighting our own battles individually against the state, because the state have successfully covered up to date with the assistance of the Make Action Group, the likes of Michael Doherty, Eileen Doherty, and Anne Owens. And the chairman of the Make Action Group, Eamon Jackson, Joe Morgan, the whole lot of them have a part to play in this cover-up. The so-called enhanced scheme, which you all know is worse than the old scheme, and the 100% redress and Paddy Diver allowed the Make Action Group to get back into this negotiating table on behalf of us, the property owners and homeowners and business owners in this county, and they've been allowed to do it. Paddy Diver started a boycott Cassidy's campaign, which resulted in the 100% redress campaign, and then resulted in the first protest in Dublin on the 15th of June. Now, before that protest actually took place, secret negotiations were ongoing behind the scenes with Eamon Jackson, the Make Action Group, and Dara O'Brien, the government minister. And of course, you better believe that Joe McHugh was in the middle of it, along with Charlie McConnell. So, the politicians in this county have tried to silence me to date. Now, they're all collectively involved in the cover-up, and they're all back in this enhanced scheme. Well, if people don't turn around and start boycotting the people that I've asked you to boycott, then we're all on our own, fighting our own battles, and the only people who are going to be successful is the people that take cases against the state. Now, I'm calling you once again to boycott the Make Action Group. Michael Doherty, the biggest spoofer in Ireland, that thinks he knows everything and knows nothing. Eileen Doherty and Anne Owens, who are directing him, and they have tried to brain Paddy Diver against me, against other people that have spoken out publicly about this cover-up. And I'm asking people now to stand up with me, stand by me, and support me in what I'm doing in Donegal County Council, trying to expose systemic corruption and corruption. And the issues are here today. Where are we after 2 years since this scheme was established on the 31st of January 2020? We're no further forward from the day that the scheme was announced on the 31st of January, 4 days before a general election. Very convenient for Joe McHugh, 4 days before a general election. And I think if we had got a 90-10 scheme, I don't think people would have been that angry altogether. But the facts are, we didn't get a 90-10 scheme, and we have now got a worse scheme called the so-called enhanced scheme. And it's not even up and running. There's no applications can be made. And in 2 years, 5 houses have had their homes fixed. Now, that is some indictment on the Make Action Group. Now, what I don't understand is, why did Paddy Diver, the 100% campaign, the boycott Cassidy campaign, allow people back into the table that failed us the first time round? Now, people need to start realising and copping on that the only way we're going to get justice is to take this state to the courts, screaming and shouting, taking them to the courts, forcing them to give us justice. Because the fact the Make Action Group has been used as a conduit to use the government propaganda and spin against us. Propaganda, poor me attitude. I'm only a homeowner. I'm trying my best. Well, they've tried their best, all right. They haven't delivered too much for each and every one of us that are destroyed with this mica, pyrite, pyrrhotite, and all the other deleterious materials and sulfide minerals that were covered up by Joe McHugh and many others in government. So from my sick room and my sick bedroom, which I'm still isolating, I'm praying that people start copping on and start realising that the Make Action Group is only a propaganda voice for Joe McHugh and this current corrupt government and corrupt politicians in Donegal County Council. So thanks very much, and I hope everybody stays safe.